need to talk about this very big issue. You see, when I posted my video, and apparently Republicans are blocking my channel and all this stuff, and that's fine, I don't really care. Listen. So apparently a guy said the reason why he's praising Hitler is because of Black Lives Matter. Okay. That's the problem. The problem is that Black Lives Matter has a point that they're trying to put forward. And what is that? It has been what African Americans have talked about for generations. And that is the Eighth Amendment of the Constitution, excessive force, excessive bail, the improper use of force, which is a constitutional question. If you take the entire African American position regarding Black Lives Matter and you try to break it down to its underlying statement, it is simply excessive use of force. And the problem is that African Americans keep always seeing it happen. They see it in their streets. They see it on TV. Whenever a black man is killed, it's like promoted and all this crap. So they're always seeing it. It's kind of like in there. So they're talking about it. And you know what? Americans should be talking about it. We should be talking about the great constitutional issues of our time. We should be looking at constitutional issues. But the problem is when African Americans bring it up, you suddenly think you hear race instead of being the dipshit that you are, who goes from, oh yeah, there's a black man saying that. I think they're talking negatively about me being white, even though maybe they are saying that it's because of white. And the reason why they're saying that is because they know that it's being used against them. Historically, it has been used against them. So there is a logical reason for them to have more concern because of our nation's history. So they should have more concern about the Eighth Amendment, and it might actually be those people who will be able to teach you how to properly address excessive use of force and the discussions around the Eighth Amendment and the Bill of Rights. But we can't do that because you know what the other side does? It goes, okay, we're going to embrace, Klan crap. We're going to say that we love Hitler. And if you do that, guess what happens? It changes the nature of the entire conversation. Because if you're embracing the Klan kind of stuff, the Klan didn't give a damn. Police brutality, schmeesh brutality. They killed people. They blew things up. They tortured people to death. They did what was required in order to maintain the institution of slavery. And that's just the truth. And all that Black Lives Matter is talking about is just the excessive use of force by law enforcement, which is a constitutional question. And when you jump all the way to Hitler, okay, great. You know what Hitler did? Hitler terrorized everybody. There was no form of free speech because people like to think that, Goebbels was this really super intelligent, media man. No, he really wasn't intelligent. He just took over every single form of media that could possibly exist in Germany, down to the newsletters, anything. That if you wrote a piece of paper and circulated it inside of Germany during even the later, when Nazism had taken over and they had already and they were beginning to move towards war, you circulated a flyer, it would send you to prison. And who would be talking about you going to prison? Goebbels. Goebbels wasn't a genius. He just controlled every form of communication that could possibly exist in Germany and made everyone only listen to him and his insane, crazy points of view. And here is what will happen. And you're seeing that, right? You get into these things, these holes that you dig yourself into intellectually. Well, what if there was only one? And that only position was Nazi ideology, insanity bullshit. which let me tell you how crazy it was. Literally, as the camps were being freed, the Germans who lived near the camps were told that the ashes of the Jews and the prisoners and everyone else that the Nazis were torturing in the camps, those ashes were early snow. That these were miracle things. And that's what they believed. Patton had those people go over, and our generals had people go over and dig up the Jewish graves or bury the ones that hadn't been buried to realize what exactly it is that they were doing. That's what you're embracing. When you know all that Black Lives Matter is saying, let's talk about excessive use of force. Let's talk about the constitutional rights of individuals. Let's talk about a saner law enforcement system. That's what they're wanting to have a discussion about. That's all. Simple. And you want police states. You embrace police states by embracing Nazis and embracing Hitler and thinking that what black people are saying is because of race. It has absolutely nothing to do with race. It's the Constitution of the United fucking States. That's what they're wanting to have a discussion about. They have every right to have that discussion, and we should have it. We should have it all the time. We should have it in every city, in every town, everywhere. Have a discussion with the police about how to do sane law enforcement that respects all of our rights. That's a very reasonable question to ask. And you embrace Hitler. The problem isn't Black Lives Matter. They just have been wanting to have a discussion about excessive use of force since the 1970s. And you respond, Hitler. They're sane. They're willing to have conversation. You are intolerant and incapable of having the conversation because you think they're saying that because of their race and not because they're Americans. Like, share, subscribe.